Today's story was sent to me by one of our viewers, and let me tell you, this isn't your average motorcycle riding experience. It happened on a night out on an abandoned highway in the United States, and over the years, it's turned into an unofficial legend among riders. So, let's begin today's story. My name is Alex Priam. I live in the small town of Eau Claire, Wisconsin. I run a night riding motorcycle group. We call ourselves the NRJ Travel Crew. Anyone who travels across states on a bike knows this well. The highway at night feels like a completely different world. This happened last fall. That day, the 6 of us had ridden from Boulder County, Colorado, up through the Mount Evans Scenic Byway, and were on our way back toward Wisconsin. Most of the team were riders from Mankato, Minnesota. Once they crossed into their state, they split off, and I continued alone on my own solo route. It was almost 3 a.m. I was riding along Highway 12, right between Black River Falls and Tomah, Wisconsin. That whole stretch is sparsely populated at night. Nothing around except old fisheries and wetlands on both sides. The air was cold, and everything around me was eerily silent. My bike had powerful LED fog lights, so I could see a long way down the road. Suddenly, I noticed a small-framed woman standing on the left side of the highway, wearing a long black hooded coat. My first thought was, a woman on the road at this hour? The whole area was pitch dark, no houses anywhere nearby, and she wasn't holding a flashlight either. As I got closer, something felt off. Her face didn't look clear, almost like I couldn't quite make it out. After I passed her, I glanced into my rearview mirror. She was gone, completely gone. The road behind me was empty. I tried to calm myself. Maybe my head's just messing with me. I've been riding all night, but the story didn't end there. I hadn't gone even another 3 miles when, out of nowhere, a small hooded figure, just like the first one, ran right across the road in front of my bike. It was so close that for a split second I thought, I'd actually hit someone. My heart shot straight into my throat. I managed to stop the bike, grabbed my phone's flashlight, and checked everything. The road, the grass, the ditch on the side, nothing. No marks, no trace of impact, nothing at all. Still, I couldn't shake the feeling that I had really, truly hit something. My hands were shaking from the mix of fear and adrenaline, but I kept riding until I finally reached the town of Tomah. As the first light of dawn started to break, I headed straight home. The moment I got there, I realized my whole body was trembling. I had a mild fever. It felt like shock, the kind you get after an accident. It seemed like that should have been the end of the story, but it wasn't. A few weeks later, I was driving a rental car along that same highway. While chatting with the driver, I casually asked him, "Hey, have you ever seen anything strange on this route at night?" He stayed quiet for a moment before saying, "Man, right in that stretch between Black River Falls and Tomah, I once saw a hooded woman run across the road in front of my car in the middle of the night. I thought I'd hit her, but when I got out, there was nothing." He added that the woman was kind of on the shorter, petite side, not very tall at all. When I heard that, a shiver ran straight through me. It was exactly what I'd seen. Same location, same kind of figure. There's an old Native American burial site along that route, and not far from it, an abandoned church. Both surrounded by all kinds of local stories and rumors. And I'm convinced the shadowy figures I saw on those 2 nights were connected to that mystery. Friends, experiences like this aren't just stories. Anyone who's seen something like that with their own eyes knows it doesn't leave your mind easily. 2 encounters with the same shadowy figure, and later, another driver describing the exact same thing in the exact same spot. It's no surprise that stretch of road is turned into a mysterious local legend. And if you ever find yourself riding alone at 3 in the morning down some deserted highway, take one look at your rearview mirror, because you never know when or who or from where someone might walk right across the road in front of you. Dear listeners, every time we come to you with real stories, and of course, your name, location, and identity are kept completely confidential. If you want, you can share your own experiences in the comments or through email, and those are the stories we tell you. So, without dragging this out any longer, let's jump into today's story. Hello, my name is Michael. I'm writing from a small town in Montana called Hollow Bend. I know your channel shares real stories, and I haven't told this one to many people, but today I'm finally saying it out loud, because even now, it still keeps me up at night. The whole thing started about 10 years ago. Right on the edge of our town, there was this old student lodge called Widow House. It's completely abandoned now, but when I was a kid, there were still a couple of tenants living in it. Ever since I was little, I'd hear people say, "That house isn't right. Once night falls, Something walks around in there. We always thought folks were just exaggerating, but what happened next, I'll never be able to forget. And right beside my home flowed the hollow river, strangely cold and unbelievably deep. That summer, 2 kids from our area went missing while swimming in the river. One of their shirts floated up on the opposite bank, and the other boy's body was found days later, half mangled. I was young then, so everything feels a little blurry now. People started saying, "There's someone down in that river, something that drags people under." And after a big flood, one man claimed he saw a massive snake out there. According to him, it wasn't like any snake. It had a head shaped almost like a person, and its eyes, they were looking right at me. I still brushed it off as stupid rumors, but then came the day that forced me to believe everything I'd heard. I was 16. One night, around midnight, I was heading home after watching a football tournament. The roads were empty, the whole place swallowed in darkness. And suddenly, someone called out to me. The voice sounded completely normal, totally human. I thought it was someone I knew. The call came from the direction of Widow House. As I took a step closer, the door swung open on its own. Inside, everything was pitch black, but a cold draft hit my face, like something inside was inhaling and exhaling right at me. I was about to back away when suddenly I saw a woman standing by the window. Long hair, a white dress, half her face swallowed by shadow. She said softly, whispering, "You shouldn't be here." The moment I heard her voice, something inside me knew that wasn't a human being. I bolted. I ran without looking back even once. When I finally reached home, I noticed my shoes were covered in mud, but not normal mud. It was that thick, black, sticky mud you only find deep in the riverbed, not anywhere near the shore. And I hadn't gone anywhere near the river that night. And here's the strangest thing about that house. Nobody can stay there more than 2 or 3 days, even if they rent it. No one can clearly explain what happens, but every single tenant experiences something off, something they can't describe, and then they pack up and leave in a hurry. If you ask them, "Why are you moving out?" they all say the same thing: "We're not alone in that house. Someone else is there with us." The next morning, my dad found a huge footprint in the field beside that house, much bigger than a human's, like something heavy had been standing there. But the most terrifying thing, the one I saw with my own eyes. Behind Widow House, there used to be an old mango tree. That tree was always moving, whether there was wind or not, and it never grew any mangoes. One night, my friend and I were watching it from a distance. Suddenly, we saw it. A shadow slid down from the middle of the tree trunk, but it didn't have any legs. And the moment it touched the ground, it shot right back up the tree and disappeared. We ran for our lives. Believe me, after that night, my friend completely broke down mentally. Whenever I'm alone, those memories come back, and I wonder how I managed to get through it. And now, things have gotten to the point where no one goes near the road by Widow House at night, because if you do, something or someone will definitely happen to you. People still say you can hear whispering coming from the river after dark. I don't know if that thing was human or just looked like one, but whatever it was, I still haven't forgotten any of it. This is the first time I've ever shared the whole story.